Alright, welcome to the stream. So, at first, I didn't want to make this a stream slash video. Uh, wait, let's start from scratch. Today I donated blood, and at first, I didn't want to make this like a big thing or anything. Um, like I don't want to be like, see, I donated blood. I'm a good person. What? You never donated blood? Okay. You see, I I did that, but wasn't a big thing. Just saved some lives here and there. Mm. It's what I do. I'm basically a hero. But no big deal. Yeah, I didn't want that. So I didn't plan on doing a stream like this. But I it was sort of interesting. Like how everything went. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's pretty much the story. So I felt like I could just tell it. Mm. Because not everything went smoothly, let's just say it like that. And like this one of the reasons, because it's like an interesting story. And I also don't want to not talk about something because it may seem like I want to brag about something or anything. That's not my intention here. Uh, but yeah, if that's the reason why I'm not telling the story, then it would be wrong as well. So either way, I would do something wrong. Um, yes, I wanted to sort of talk about some risks and some things that are uh, important, I think, and also I wanted to talk about this because I think this is a good thing to do, and I would recommend everyone who's able to, who doesn't have HIV, preferably. Not preferably, actually, then you shouldn't donate blood. Uh, yeah, or any other sickness that uh sort of with which one you shouldn't donate blood. Did I say money before? I meant blood. If I did so, I don't know. Well, so I want to talk about this to sort of, first of all, talk about the risk, tell the story, and sort of say, hey, do that too. Just do it too. And sort of spread awareness on this a little bit. Like I won't reach 1,000 of people, of course, but yeah. I know it still seems like it, especially since I put another reason. I donated blood in the title, but uh, that's also the reason why I put it in. How's it called? The things right there. I don't know. My experience there, because it's me talking about my experience. If I would just type in donating blood, then I feel like it isn't as interesting as someone who really talks about their own story. Like, I'm not talking about this general thing, I'm talking about me and how everything went for me specifically. So, I hope that this is understandable and that it doesn't uh, get caught the wrong way. So, how did everything went? So, I basically registered. My I made an appointment. I think it's called, yeah, appointment. And yeah, went there. And the first thing I saw, which really surprised me, there were like 4 or 5 people standing right in front of me. And I was really surprised. I was being like, okay, so apparently people really do donate blood. I really thought it was like a really unusual thing, especially since mm, it's Wednesday and it was in the afternoon when most people work. So I kind of got a little bit of hope in humans. It was really something that made me happy a little bit, genuinely. Yo, Fanray, what's up? Still says 0 viewers, which is interesting, even though Fanray is here. So, where was I? Yeah, that really surprised me. Uh, it was really nice to sort of see people being there. Then I went in there, mm, sort of had to register everything, especially since it was my. Oh, yo, no, so Fanray. I was really surprised right there. That is strong. Don't follow me with that account, please. I don't want to have like dead followers, except if it's, yeah, a new account of you. You know, soy Fanry. I'm not Fanry. No, definitely not. So, sorry, I really like how this looks. I don't know. I feel like bandages look really nice. Who are you? Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Jesus. Oh, Jonas Soy Fenray, sorry if I mispronounced that. Welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. You're definitely not Fenray. My name's Elgato. Oh man. You're you're the man. Elgato, ¿cómo estás? Hablo en español. But yeah, let's continue here. Yeah, it really surprised me, especially 3 people came in after me, which is see, yeah, of course. Of course, he speaks Spanish as well if it's not Fanray. Everyone knows Fanray is the only person on earth speaking Spanish. No other human being can speak Spanish. It just doesn't exist. No. Yeah, and then 3 people came behind me, which surprised me even more. And then I went in, and there was so many people there. Mm. The room was full, which was really interesting. Oh yeah, I ate like some noodles before and drank 1.5 liters of water. That is important to the story as well. Uh, so I went in, filled up every paper, a lot of questions if I'm sick, if I had COVID the last days, uh, stuff like that. Also, I only slept like 4 hours today. Mm, yeah. So, and the noodles were everything I ate, and I didn't eat too much. And but 1.5 liters of water I felt pretty confident about. Mm, since it was only like 2 p.m. I felt like, yeah, that's basically half of my daily thing at the half of at 1.5 of the day. But after the donation, I will drink 3 liters again. So, uh, because I lose so much water, so basically for me that's a reset on my water feel. Uh, I yeah, exactly. After I yeah, after I fill up everything, to do sort of some tests as well. Like they they took my finger, put something in there to measure my iron, and I was not I was not all I was not expecting that. So there was sort of this like, and I was like, fuck. Well, it didn't hurt all that much, but I was like, I didn't expect that. If I would have been prepared, that it would have, then it wouldn't have been that bad. Jan, yeah, what's up? Uh, yeah, and then there was water standing there. No, no self advertisement. No self advertisement, Fanray. That's a rule here. That's literally the only rule I have. I love that you already have 2 timeouts. Yeah, I don't care. No self advertisement. That's the only rule I have, basically. I just want to delete the message. I don't want to block you or anything. How do I delete that? Ah, you know what? It can stand there since it's you, but still no self advertisement. Uh yeah. So I went in and got myself some water. Then I had to talk to the doctor first. Um, yeah, he asked me like, did I eat enough? Did I drink? How much did I drink? And he was really like, he had sort of like a really angry appearance. I feel like, and favorite game is GTA 5. I know. So yeah, he asked me those questions, and then should be good to go. They even measured my, and that was really weird. That was just really weird. They measured my blood pressure as well. And for some reason, it was low. It was a little too low. By a little, I really mean a little, but still, it really confused me because I was concerned that it would be too high. Like I was really expecting that it's either normal or too high because I drink a lot of energy drinks. I didn't sleep that night a lot. I slept 4 hours, and yeah, I also do fitness meanwhile. So that should pend your heart. Like that should be good for your blood pressure, I think. So it should normalize it if so. So if it's too low, at least that should bring it up, right? And or if it's too high, then it would have done it lower, right? but not like in an unhealthy amount. That wouldn't make sense at all. So I was really, really confused about that, and I'm still am. Like, how is it a little too low? It was so confusing to me because if you and I was nervous as well. And if you're nervous, if you don't sleep enough, and if you drink energy drinks, then your blood pressure should be too high and not too low. So, do we need to drink more energy drinks? No, but really, that was sort of concerning actually. Um, yeah, but he even mentioned that I should drink a little more, even after I said, "Why did you want to donate blood?" Yeah, I'll come to that later. I think that's something for the end. I'll say. Um, and then he mentioned that I should drink a little more since my blood pressure is a little too low. And I was like, what? How's it too low? Like, I can't do anything with values like that. Like they can name me that number, but I wouldn't be sure if is that they can say 70 and I'm like, is that too high? Is it too low? I don't know. I don't know what the normal blood pressure is. How am I supposed to know? I mean, you can, but I'm lucky enough to not having to be in a hospital a lot of times, and so I wouldn't know since I don't have a lot of problems, and I never had like something that I was in hospital for a long time or anything. So I mean, it does have advantages, but also disadvantages because I literally have no idea on like first aid and stuff like that. So I sort of have problems with dealing with situations like this, but I guess I sort of know a little bit what I can do. Like just call an ambulance. That would be the first thing I would do, and then tell what happened, and they can explain to me on the phone what I have to do then. But yeah, uh, good thing and bad thing. But yeah, so that was like a little confusing to me. Like I said, mm, that was like okay, you can you can just sit there and wait. Uh, and then they said left, and I didn't know what left was. I thought it was just a seat, but they meant your left or right arm. If I knew that, I would have gone right because I know that my veins there come out better, and or maybe I would have picked. I think I would have taken left anyway because it's the first one to appear. Uh, but yeah, uh, I say a lot of times right now. Mm, so I went in there nervous still. Like I said, it was the first time I ever did that, and yeah, so we started and it sort of hurt the thing. I mean, it doesn't hurt all that much. So if someone wants to do it, it doesn't hurt all that bad. Like I won't be like a doctor saying this doesn't hurt at all and then it hurts. No, and it hurts like crazy. No, I'm not like that. If I say it hurts a little bit, then I mean it hurts a little bit. If I say something hurts a lot, then I say it hurts a lot. But but don't confuse pain with like being uncomfortable because I was really uncomfortable. I mean, of course I am. They literally take blood out of my body. So yeah, I felt really uncomfortable. And this uncomfortable feeling was way more uh, than the pain I had in the arm. Mm, yeah, so they started taking blood from me, and he said it was like for that I have that big veins. Mm, it was sort of slowly coming in, and then he sort of moved it a little bit, and then it went better. I have to move my hand like this the whole time. Uh, and I didn't. He said you can stop whenever you want to, or feel uncomfortable or anything, and I was like, all right. And it sort of hurt a little bit, but I was just lying there and being like, oh come on, even if it hurts a little bit, just let's just fill it up there. I wanted to have a whole bag, but I mean, if I really hurt or if I was dizzy or anything, I would have stopped definitely. But I felt, except for a little bit of pain in my arm, which I thought was like normal, and it probably is. Uh, I just I was just lying there, and then so I said, "Now you have 400 milliliters already." I was like, "Okay, so how much are you taking from me?" I still don't know. I still don't know how much they took from me, but I mean, it has to be somewhere between 400 milliliters and 1 liter. I know it's like really unspecific, but I just made a bag full, so mm, probably around 500 or so. Mm, yeah, then sort of, yo, Bum, what's up? Nice to see you again. And yeah, then he sort of put everything together. At first he had like this thing to, I think it was this one, to just hold it in. And then I had to do it, and I was really nervous. I was like, "Oh my god, be careful, be careful! If this goes up, then your arm will just explode out of blood." I was really nervous back then. I'm off medication tomorrow, and I can finally work out. Oh, medication. Oh, perfect. That's nice. Then you can work out along. Never felt better. That's nice to hear. I'm really glad about that. So, um, yeah, then he bind everything together. And funny thing, the one sitting left to me only had 300 milliliters when I had 400 milliliters. Even though I was the first one, no, even though he was the first one to sit there. At least I think that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Uh, and I was like, oh my god, my blood is coming in fast. But I felt really good about that because I know, okay, then then I finish faster, and I didn't expect it to take that long as well. Um, yeah, after everything was done, I started to feel sort of dizzy. I sort of sat down a little bit, and then I realized, okay, no, I'm dizzy. And then he said, okay, lay back, uh, take it easy. He sort of laid me like so that my legs would stand up. Uh, then the doctor came, and he said something like, oh, "Why are you making me worry now?" Uh, of course, as a joke mostly, but yeah, he sort of had this angry appearance. Like I said, it was the same doctor. Uh, like I think the person who took blood wasn't a doctor. I'm not really sure. Probably something a little bit different. Maybe they're not. Maybe they have different specialties or anything. And then, yeah, like I said, I got really dizzy and got worse and worse. Uh, then he tried to measure my blood pressure again, and I wasn't nervous at all. I was like, okay. Uh, put it around my arm, and then it just said error, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm dizzy. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm sort of I was a little bit nervous though, just a little bit, but mostly I was just calm. And then he took another one and did it again, and this time it worked. And he said, I can't translate it literally. I can't translate it literally because it's like a German thing. Uh, like your blood pressure is really low. That was the statement. Uh, Funny thing, he said that so angrily. He was like, "Yeah, your blood pressure is really low." He looked at me like it was my fault. he, his eyes just said, "What the fuck, bro? Why is your blood pressure so low? What are you doing? Why are you doing this, fucking asshole?" It felt real fire like that. I was just standing there, being like, I was just there, like, wow, what did I do? Like, what? But I feel like maybe it's just the way he talks, but it really sounded like he wanted to give me the blame for everything. I mean, it's funny now, but at the moment I was like, oh, sorry. Next time I'm trying to keep my blood pressure not all that low. I didn't know. uh, but yeah, um, he basically gave me some sugar thingies. I don't know how they called it in English, but like he just opened it, gave me one. I ate. He gave me more than I could eat at that time. Especially, I was so thirsty. I knew that my body needed water right now, and yeah, after he gave me like 5 or 6 of them. And after the fifth one, I was like, Jesus, it's so dry now, and I just couldn't eat anymore. I needed water, and I felt like my throat was dry. Mhm. And after that, eating that, my mouth got really dry as well. So then he went away again, and then the person who took blood from me was like, "Is everything? Yeah, no, I don't know." He said something like, "Is it better now?" And I was like, "Can I get some water, please?" And but the doctor was already getting some. I drank like half a liter, like immediately. I even drank there. I even drank half a liter there because I had like this bottle there, and the doctor said, "Yeah, drink this, finish this, and because your blood pressure is a little low." And yeah, so I drank it, and I thought 2 liters, drinking 2 liters before this should be fine. I mean, it was 3 p.m. at this point. Like, I really didn't know like that this was so problematic. I thought, okay, after that you drink 3 liters, but to because it's like a reset for me. But yeah, this was like really wow. Then he gave me the water, and I was just drinking. I needed water so badly, and I felt a little bit better. It was like I got dizzy, and then it was like I got a little bit back there. Like I came back a little bit, but I wasn't nervous at all, which is really nice. The only thing I was sort of concerned about, he looked more nervous than I did, which made me a little bit nervous. Uh, but I was like, yeah, he's doing it. There's not gonna happen a lot. At least if I die here. No, but I I didn't think of anything else. I just thought like, hopefully I won't get unconscious. That would be so fucking annoying. No, not annoying, but I just hope I don't get unconscious or anything. I really don't want that. I don't want to get unconscious. But I wasn't all too concerned about that as well. Like I just thought, please just not let that happen. Especially since there are other people there. The room was full, like I said, really, which was really incredible. I like that so many people donated blood, and yeah, I was like, if I fall unconscious now, then people will get doubts about doing this, which I don't want. This was like a concern as well. Um, yeah, he gave me a lot of, and then he said like, okay. Then he measured it again and was like, okay, it's better now, but it's still low. Can you drink another one? And I was so thirsty at that moment. I was so thirsty after he took it, like even after he gave me the sugar things. Um, and I was like, yes. Then he gave me another one. What blood type do you have? I don't know actually, but I will get like a license for that. That I donated blood already once. but and then it will say it. It will say it on it. So yeah, um, and I'm really curious about that as well. And yeah, then he gave me the second one. I drank it so fast, like I was so thirsty. And this liter that I drank there, like there was not there was not helping me with thirst at all. And they only had sparkling water, which was sort of problematic because my stomach was just full. But I knew I was thirsty. I was thirsty like crazy. Like I wasn't thirsty at the beginning. Like yeah, I had the feeling of thirst, but I knew that liter that I just drank, that was not uh, filling. That was not getting me less thirsty. It was literally what I needed. It was just above being thirsty. It just my body just needed it. And after drinking that liter, like I felt a lot better. The first one was like, okay, I feel a little better now. I'm kind of getting back. And then after the second bottle, which got me to 1 liter, like I said, after I drank 2 liters the day, after I drank 2 liters before I went there, uh, I felt like I come like I'm there again. Like okay, now I'm fine. Now everything's good. That was the moment when the doctor said, okay, yeah, from my side, it's fine again. Everything's working out. You can take care of him again. And I also felt like it. I really felt comfortable that everything's good now. And it was at this point, but yeah, he even came to me again and said like, is everything all right now? I'm good now. Um, of course, I still had to lie there and couldn't sit or stand up. I just had to rest a little bit. And yeah, I said, could you get me another water? And I drank 500 milliliters again. And then was like 1.5 liters already. And then after a few minutes more, I could move easily to the resting. There were some rest beds, like there were beds where the blood was taken, and some beds to let the people who donate blood rested. Uh, yeah, and I sat down there, and like that, like after the 1 liter I drank, I got really thirsty. I got really thirsty. Like the first liter, like I said, it wasn't helping me with thirst at all. It was just getting my body up again. And then I was really thirsty and I drank it and I was like, okay, now I'm not really thirsty, but I'm still thirsty. And I was really freezing when I lied on a resting bed. I mean, the room was a little bit cold. I didn't know if it was me or the blood taking away, but I sort of felt really cold. So I said, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit cold. And they said, yeah, the room is a little bit cold. And I asked, does this happen often that people feel cold after that? And they were like, no, no, it's different for people. And then they got me like a blanket, like a medical one. I don't know how to describe it. Which if I would have known that it was nothing bad, I mean, I was shaking like crazy as well. But if I would have known it was just that the room is cold, I don't know if it was the room cold. I think me not having a lot of blood, me taking a lot of blood away from me, also did a lot of stuff there. So I felt cold because I usually don't feel cold very easily. So yeah, that was the blanket really helped me. And they said I had really had a bliss face like crazy. I wish I would have seen me there at the moment. Ah, yeah, right. After I drank like the 1 liter of water, one of the people who take blood literally uh, was smiling at me and talking to me a little bit and being like, "Just be glad that you survived it." Well, well, you survived. I mean, it was like I think she meant like sort of this. Yeah, I mean, you survived, but she said like, "Just be glad that you survived it," and I was like, "What? What?" I was at no point. I had the thought that my life was in danger at all. Like no, nothing at all. The worst fear that I had was that I fell unconscious. She's being like, "Yeah, just be glad you survived it." What? She even said it twice. And that made me feel like, oh my god, what? I mean, of course, I wouldn't have died or anything. Like, how much time would it take after you feel unconscious to die? I mean, I had doctors around me. I guess he just said as a joke, sort of like, you survived. So is everything good? But still, that was like one statement I was like, is serious? And because I drank so much water today, I need to go to the toilet. I'm sorry. I tried to do the whole story, but oh my god, I need to go to the toilet so badly. Oh my god, I feel so much better now. Whew, that was a relief. Okay. So, yeah, that was sort of concerning. And I lied there a little bit on the resting bed. And then the woman asked me if I need another water, if I need water. I was like, yes, please. Then I drank water again. Like, how much did I drink there? Like, I drank 2 liters before I even got there. And then, uh, yeah, 2 liters before and 2 liters during it, or shortly after it. So, yeah, I even said that, and the woman was like, oh my god. And the doctor, when I drank all that water, was also being like, okay, it's really good that you can drink that much water at once. And I was being like, yes, it is. I was really glad that I sort of can do this. Imagine if it was just too much for me. Even the 2 were just not enough. I would have been like, can I get a third one, please? I mean, later on, I got like a few minutes later, but yeah. Um, I laid there on the resting bed and drank. And then at this point, I wasn't really thirsty. I was thirsty just. That was the only thing that's left. Just being thirsty, a normal amount of being thirsty. And that's why I drank just every now and then a little bit. Um, yeah. And then I felt like really good actually. And then I knew I could get up. I asked where can I put a blanket and a bottle, and he said the bottle you can do in like in a bag they had there, and the blanket you can just leave there. Uh, and there's something to eat there when you go out. And yeah, if you need to rest a little bit more, you can. I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm good now. Thank you very much. Uh, yeah. And then I got myself something to eat, and there were 3 people talking there. 2 which I thought were like also people who went there, but I think they worked there as well. One of them had this as well, so I don't know. But they knew each other definitely because they were talking about something about their work. I don't know. And they also mentioned there was this moment where I was just really blue in my face, and, and they're glad to see that there's a lot more color in my face again. I was like, Jesus, I wish I would have seen myself like that. I said like, yeah. After that, I drank 2 liters like immediately after, and they were like, oh my god, like this was a lot, but it really helped me. Uh, I really have to say the moment it was definitely worth being so dizzy and everything, just for the fact that I know now how water works and how it is when you don't have enough water in your body. It was just such an interesting feeling, and I think the experience was definitely worth it, because now just literally the first 2 waters that I drank. I mean, the first one was just really getting myself back up again, and the second one that was like got me to 1 liter. It literally felt like I'm drinking a healing potion. It just felt so good every single sip of it. It really just felt like every time I swallow was just energy, more energy, more energy, until I felt like really good again. That was just so interesting to see and to feel how water, how important water is, and how it is when you not have enough. So yeah, that was the experience was definitely worth it. I mean, I wasn't in huge pain or anything. It was just really dizzy. Mm. Yeah, and then I mean, I said this, and they were really friendly as well. Everyone, they said like, yeah, you can choose which sandwich you want. There is like, I don't know, what was it again? Well, there were some different toppings on the bread, so not toppings. I mean, what it's filled with, and yeah, they said like, yeah, you can choose which one you want. Uh, Everything. Glad to see your face color is back a little bit, and yeah. Then I was being like, yeah. By the way, where's the toilet? And then one of there were like 2 women and one guy, and one woman just started laughing because like I drank so much water, and of course I need to go to the toilet. I was really clean as well, and then I went upstairs and went to the toilet, and yeah, after that I sort of thought like, okay, how do I look now? And looked in the mirror. I was like, and my face was just still really blessed, like it was really white and everything. I was like, oh my god. And they say my face has color again. But I knew that my face still was missing some color there. So I really wonder how I looked at that moment. Um yeah, but it seemed to I guess it worked out really well. Mm, yeah, they and the doctor before, by the way, sorry if the story is sort of uh time wise really messed up. Like I'm not doing this chronologically right now, but at the beginning when the doctor asked me like he asked me if I ate breakfast and like lunch, but I only ate like this one small. I wasn't that small, but I was like small amount of noodles. Uh, yeah, and I said yes still, which may not have been the right way, but I thought like yeah, I should be fine. Uh, I really didn't think that I need this much water. Uh, I was just glad that everything went all right, and then I went out there, and the food that I got wasn't even how that bad. It was like a sandwich with some stuff there, some peanuts, Twix, and an apple, which was like, okay, that's good food. I was really hungry after that as well. I was really thirsty, really, really thirsty, thirsty, really, really thirsty, and after I drank enough, I got really hungry. But problem was there was sparkling water, so I couldn't drink as much as I wish I would have, as I wanted to. Mm, those were my toes. They just did this. I don't know the English word for it. Um, yeah. Mm, yeah, I was just glad that everything went all right. And I mean, and when I drove back, I got a little bit dizzy again, so I sat down on the train, and then it worked out again, which I was really glad about. Mm. So yeah, um, I would recommend doing this, even if nothing, if it didn't went as smooth as for me. And this is like really important to me to say it as well. Uh, that you need to be careful to really eat and to really drink and eat enough. And I mean, by drinking a lot, I mean drink a lot. You really need a lot of water before doing this. Like I said, I drank 2 liters of water before I did this, and it was not enough. It wasn't nearly enough. So really drink a lot of water and eat properly. Those are really important things to do before. Um, yeah, I just wanna say it along the way. So if you're thinking about doing this, that you take this into consideration. And I was like, yeah, maybe I didn't eat as much as I could have. But yeah, my body is fine. I have a strong body. I really do, by the way. Uh, when I'm sick, my body fights it really well. I can still do a lot of stuff while I'm sick. Uh, just not being able to do anything and only lying in bed, that doesn't happen for me a lot. Uh, and I don't get sick a lot of times. So yeah, my body is really strong with that. So I thought, yeah, I mean, probably it's for older people or for people who sort of are really thin or really don't do a lot of for the body, or like have like some troubles with being too fat or thick. I don't know if it's the right word, but I thought like those were the people who really need to look out that they did enough. I didn't think that and I did eat something, that's what I mean, would have sort of these problems. And there were a lot of older people there and they didn't have problems at all. So I was like, oh my god, how does that not happen to them? Sometimes you really overestimate your body if you do feel like you're really healthy and everything. And I mean, I do have like, if you look at this, I hold it down like a little bit and you can already see how my veins are coming out. It's only a few seconds that I did this right now. Uh, so I felt like taking blood from me will be easy and it will work out perfectly. I mean, the veins definitely help, but still, you should take those things into consideration when you do this. Even if you have like a really healthy body, and I mean, I do, I have a weight that is perfectly healthy. When the last time I did check my blood values, it was everything perfect. There was nothing that was too much or too little that I had. I mean, it's been years. It's been a few years, but still, I didn't do fitness or ate anything healthy or anything. So I thought like, yeah, when I was 60, my body was so good, even though I didn't take a lot of care of me anyways. And now I'm doing fitness. It should be fine. But yeah, it sort of got a little. There were a few problems still. But even though I had this experience, I would still recommend doing it. I mean, you can, if you don't feel comfortable spending donating all that much, you can always just say, okay, yeah, I think that's enough. You can also just, I think even if people just donate like 100 milliliters, it will be fine. I think the more people do it, the better it is. And Yeah. I think in sometimes you get money for it even. You shouldn't do it for that, of course, but I mean, better you do this and be like, yeah, okay, I'll take the money instead of just not doing it. I feel like that's why I would recommend it, but drink a lot and eat enough. Like, you shouldn't risk your own health for helping other people. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say still. And this is how it went for me, and I didn't want to scare anyone. I will, like I said, even after I had this experience, I would still say like, this is something you should do, and I would recommend it. And yeah, I'll probably do this again. I wonder if I forgot something to mention. This is like really interesting. The story took like 50 minutes to tell now. But yeah. Mm. I'm glad that I did this. And I feel great again. And I'm still drinking water. Actually, let's do it right now. There's even a new chat command for it. If you write exclamation mark redeem and then stay hydrated. Oops. Not that. Sorry, stay hydrated. Like everything like that, but like with an S at the end. So this is what appears then. I don't know why a gift box came in right now. And by the way, if you do the same thing with stay fit instead of stay hydrated, I have to do 10 push-ups. It used to be like exclamation mark redeem push-ups, but I changed it so it fits in more with this and it's easier to remember. Yeah. If you want to check out the commands, just type in exclamation mark commands. And yeah, I finally know the commands myself. I always forgot them and I will probably still forget them again. But hey, now I know from this stream at the end I can check this out. So it was an interesting experience. Like I said, I would recommend it. And take care of yourself. Donate blood. It's a good thing.